Hello and welcome to the Linux Panic YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use GParted to reset a disk of any variety for further use, whether it be for removable storage or just use inside your system. But first, before we proceed any further into the video, I'd like to thank my channel members, Mislav and Dave Williams, for being channel members. They get early access to videos such as this one right here, as well as a little badge next to the name for both videos and live streams. Anyway, let's get into the video. Now what we have here is we have a system that has 92% of its total storage space used up, which is not a small amount. But I need to update the BIOS on my motherboard. I have in my hand a Samsung 32GB USB 3.1 USB stick. So, let's plug it in and see what pops up. Now, if memory serves me correct, this has nothing on it. Ah, that's the wrong USB. Let's pull out my Kioxia drive. Yes, the Kioxia drive is the one with the BIOS on it for a different computer. What? Hang on, do both of these have bloody operating systems on it? Because I know I used one of these last night. I just can't remember which one. I think both of these have operating systems on it. Oh, okay. So this works out perfectly. So, evidently, I did not know that. So my Samsung USB has GParted Live on it, but that's not what we want to use. We want to use regular old GParted. Bear with me. Okay, now that we have finished having a dumb and realizing that we don't actually have GParted installed, what we can now do is remove the USB, we'll remove the phone that's plugged into the computer, and install our USB stick. Now in this case, if we just do as we can see, GParted Live, evidently I forgot that it was installed there. Clear, neofetch. As we can see here, we've got everything working still, and there would be some more packages. So, first things first, GParted. Because you are making edits to a disk, you will need to give this, it will ask for super user permission. Help if I could put the password in correct. Thank you, there we go. It only took a few attempts, but what we can see here is, I would like to be able to zoom in. No, you won't let me zoom in. Okay, that's fine. So what we have here is my current operating system that's running here. This one you can see right here. Then we have Michael Shaft Bimbelows. And we have our disk that has an operating system on it. So, first things first, why can't we just delete it? Because it's recognizing it A as a file system and B something that can't quite be accessed. So first thing first, we need to choose a format to which we're going to format it to. In this case, we're going to go straight from the start and we're going to do cleared. And then we're going to apply the operations. As we can see, operations applied successfully. Cleared. And now, once this catches up, we have an entirely unallocated disk. If we come to devices, it should have a moment with itself. It will catch up. So, unplug, replug, feel the fact that the USB stick is starting to get a bit hot. And then what we'll do is we'll come refresh devices. And still 1, 2 and SDA. Now, This gives us the ability to do new. Unrecognized disk label, that's fine, we expect that. So first things first, we select new. There is no partition table. Now the partition table is needed for making edits to a disk. So for example, these are the ones that are available. In my case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it at MS-DOS instead of GPT or BSD or Amiga or Sun Systems or Atari or Loop or anything like that. We're just going to leave it at MS-DOS because that disk is less than 2 terabytes in size. Now that it has a partition table, we come along and look at it. No longer any error being thrown. This is good news. So, now that we've done that, we need to choose new. We no longer get an error about the fact it doesn't have a partition table. So in my case, because I want this USB to be used on any system, oops, didn't mean to catch the escape key. Because I want it to be used on any system, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to exFAT. That way it can be used as with Windows as well as Linux interchangeably. And we'll give it the label Inter-OS disk. Now, you've got the choice of cylinder or MB you go MB because that's the one that makes sense unless you specifically have a use case for anything else. And then primary, logical or extended, in this case it's just primary. And then we can specify if we ever so wanted to divide this disk up into different partitions we could. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. Once you've done that, you need to come up to the top of your screen and click the green arrow and select yes. And as you can see here, it's created those. What it's done, it's created an empty partition, which wasn't there previously. It's cleared the old signatures off, which is expected. Create a new partition. I don't know why it set it as NTFS to begin with, but it's made it as exFAT. So, if I now wait for my system to catch up, and if I now remove, reinstall, it should, in theory, I haven't lost my CD. It should, in theory, work. So we just do refresh devices. And as we can see, it is still here. It's just, because it's exFAT, it doesn't want to be seen by Linux, which is expected. So, now that we've done that, you now have a fully functional device that you can use with Windows or macOS, but not Linux because it doesn't like exFAT. If I were to change this to FAT32, for example, it would work. So, we'll just do a quick change to FAT32, click yes, click apply. It'll lose its label name, but that's expected because we've just told it, hey, change. And it is as easy as that if you just want to make quick changes. Remove, reinstall, and then this should catch up if I look up disks. No. Disks. And as we can see, 32 gig disk. Look at that. Problem solved. Anyway, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike. They both seem to work, even though you can only see one of them. And remember, when you use Linux, don't panic. I have been Nick. You have been amazing. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.